wakirudi home wakiambia mabibi zao nakufa.
Amesema nafilia Moses.
Kwa nini?
Anamoja tu
nyewe ndio amejali go hard kwa hizo ma press conference akitetea serikali. This is just to remind you that life is thankless. Okay.
Big rap.
Wow. Well, imagine when Ababu today morning was writing to the Olympics committee.
Ababu pia ameenda guy.
Of course.
Imagine.
Mr. Sound on.
Una imagine genge kwa wewe your cut off.
Surely it's
like I'm sorry baby. It's smart.
Imagine ni watu wengi wamekata mshahara hapo. Ni watu wengi sana.
It affects
a lot.
It affects back to the society.
Goodness. The economy is worse because of that move. More broke family. Kuna renta zitalipwa. Wow, but when you think about it.
Man, kuna rent.
You know how many side chicks that cabinet had?
Clandestine side.
I don't know education.
What?
Niko na macho mbaya sana ende home.
That's what's up, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard what that was. Welcome to the Black Kings Frequency. It's another nice Thursday. Ndio nawakumbuka.
Alikuwa na nibo.
Bede alikuwa wa defense ama alikuwa
si defense.
Alafu huyu mwenye pia alikuwa anatuchapa huku hivi na ama polisi wake. Ni nani
chumwa? Guys, ameenda. Tuone sasa ni polisi yupi utakujia.
Skinny all
except Mudavadi. Apart from Mudavadi.
Mlikuwa na power jana msalimu kama MPs.
Wow. And then MPs have started to be recalled. So wanadu kazi. Kama hii road yetu inaanza kuunda. I'm like, yo, that's what it took. Hey, shout out to all of y'all mlikula jo matia. Just nashukuru.
Wait, injury likokolea.
For my behalf.
Injury likokolea.
Yeah, Lord knows that I've been effing it up out there.
Yeah.
Walai. Acha tukuamini.
Why would you know?
Because
hatukukuona.
So,
kulikuwa hadi na viwete.
Walai. Hey, they are better human beings than me.
Ndio maana tunakushuku.
Asitungoje basi 2027.
Hivyo
Wewe.
Ili manage kwenda. Na hema tu.
Mani atuanzi show hiyo. Atuanzi show hiyo. Welcome to the Black Kings Frequency. We are restarting it again.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
we were doing well.
No. It's given Ed and Ned.
Yeah, purgatory vibes.
Yeah.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's a fine Thursday, 16 minutes past the top of it. 16 by the way.
That's what's up.
So, yeah.
Imagine.
Money akikooperate.
The year 16, like what was happening?
A bunch of horny people.
Mimi niko na maanisha Africa.
Me too.
You too.
Yeah, somebody was giving back. 16.
And there was a whole bunch of horny people.
Okay. Holiness has been constant.
Of course.
That's what's up.
You imagine too looking at like young tits all the time.
But it's because you're not simple.
But at some point you
nika unaionaga zile umeactivate.
Unajua ukiona zenye zimeonyesha the young ones is a difference. Ni kweli ndo. Ai. Ushaona zile zinakaanga Windsor.
No, don't do that. We don't do that here, come.
We don't body shame, come.
Those are mothers. Those are mothers.
Kwa nikikaa hivyo ni vibaya.
That's what you say.
That is what you were saying.
So it doesn't look nice.
What do you mean?
Doesn't look nice,
what
but
do you mean?
See vibaya, but it doesn't look nice.
Shame on you.
Welcome to the Black Kings Frequency. We are restarting.
Again.
The
third time.
We're not doing the teeth edition.
Okay, this is now for Joby.
Okay. I ingilia Joby here.
No.
No, you're pressing everyone.
It's been mutual. It's just been going around. Yeah.
Well, Mona COVID is back.
When it left?
It's back.
Who brought it?
So come on, kohoa. And we be sure to come up.
Angukana.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Stay healthy out there, man.
Me siwezi patwa na COVID by the way.
Your statement mekukatia.
Huh?
Your statement mekukatia.
Yeah. Hapana.
Okay, try again.
No, that was for you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is this panel. We have Mr. Alright.
Yeah. Mr. Kagoko hapa. Feel me?
And apparently you all decided to wear black today. Black and white.
Black.
You know. Shout out to y'all. Maybe y'all knew it was like a dark day for cabinet secretaries. Mkaanza kumon mapema.
You're sending them off?
Yeah. So shout out to everybody that's joining us on TikTok and YouTube.
Welcome.
We'll be talking about wealth disparity. And me being the one and only Camlish, I am joined by the JOBY SA Trade the Money Plans.
Kagoko the messenger.
One time.
Yeah. That's what's up.
So as ourselves, we have witnessed something that is
Kagoko.
Ask me what it is.
Kagoko.
What do you think?
Sijui ni
Say
nini?
something, what do you think?
I don't know. Kaguoko. Hiyo ni nini? Guoko. Oh. Sijui inamaanisha nini bado.
Kidogo nimefeel nikikuulizia huko mimi na.
Oh, yeah, okay. Ni mkono?
What's up?
Oh.
What's happening today?
I don't
Just
know,
like
man.
back and forth.
Money has been on my ass
What?
today.
It's like back and forth. I feel like any like a fight, whatever conference.
Me, I just want to laugh. Hii episode mimi nataka kucheka tu manini.
Manini.
Cabinet secretary the whole time.
Ni nani unahurumia most?
Huh?
Nani unahurumia most kwa ile cabinet secretary? Kianza na Joby.
Haya kuna alituhurumia. Ukienda ukituflaunt hapa venye how much wealth you have. Did you worry about us?
Juzi wameonyesha sana bei.
Hey, yo.
Murkome.
Tembea nayo. Bei sasa.
Murkome anaenda kuuza belt.
Bei imepanda.
Belt is expensive. That's when you start realizing it is just leather.
I know.
You know.
I know, right?
So a Kenyan immediately hacked Wikipedia na all posts make a vacant. Zama serious vacant. Hey, Kenyans are quick with it. But do people know that Mudavadi's post is unconstitutional?
Yeah.
Of course we do. That's why they
public must say.
no, that's why they gave him the foreign affairs docket.
Yeah.
So that he can actually have something to do.
Yeah.
Because he had nothing to do. He was just being paid illegally.
With our money.
Why hasn't Mudavadi gone home?
Hey, Muda. What is an Muda?
Because he owns a lot of shit, or he knows a lot of shit.
It's an Adava.
Plus, I
Anasalia hapo.
don't know if you guys have seen the pictures.
Anasalia hapo.
You guys saw the pictures that were going viral wakiwa wote Muda, Raila, Kalonzo, and Ruto and whoever. Wakiwa bado they were young. And
Oh,
then
I
you
saw
the
that.
picture.
Yeah.
So they're still there, all of them together. Yeah, so that's why.
Listen, that's why you should. Every time you sit
these
down,
guys are just friends.
every time you sit down and count your friends, audit them, okay? Because look at that type of friendship. That's like free money friendship. Like Mudavadi is reaping benefits of friendship. Kama beshte wako wanaweza kuweka wapi?
Kuna ngoma inacheza kwa real.
But ni soundtrack poa. But at the end of the day, by the way, imekuwa soundtrack poa.
Yo, this
Yeah,
man
yeah.
is not. Do you think he's sleeping well?
Nobody's sleeping well.
Especially him.
Can't you see the insecurity?
But I would love for Kenyans to see we've started something.
Definitely.
Yeah. We shouldn't rest, but we've started something. Man's is in panic mode side.
Of course. I mean, unajua kitu imeanza na Eric akimwambia we by Thursday.
Please.
Shout out to Eric Omondi.
Shout out to Eric, man.
You know, and this is where you realize what you do doesn't determine who you are. Even Uganda's freedom fighter is a former musician. Okay? Eric has been at the forefront of helping Kenyans for a while now.
For many, yeah.
And that was a comedian. You know,
Still is.
Really?
Yeah.
His jokes are political now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're jokes that matter. You know. And that's never judge yourself or put yourself down because of what people think you are or because of your background. You can rise to something great. Because man, shout out to Eric Omondi. Eric Omondi deserves to. This is a leader without being elected. You get now that's an MP we want. Actually, venye hapana usiweka mtu mbali kwanza. Naweza mweka Nairobi governor achanganyikiwa akiona bilioni kila siku. Ikomondi anaone haraka.
Naona sana.
Anjogonali naona kuna mtu hizi naona.
Kairiko pia.
Eriko
Alikuwa mbaya. Alikuwa pabaya. Alikuwa pabaya. Kai alikuwa pabaya.
Unajua nilikuwa nimekonda hivyo kitambo nikiwa siko.
bado mitambo bado tumekonda hivi.
Let's talk about you, bro.
Si nimesema tu usije wait.
Tu wewe na nani sema
Me myself and I.
Exactly.
Why do you feel included?
Cause you said two.
No, don't include yourself.
Hey yo.
Okay?
Hey,
This
Zico.
is this party.
Doing the Raila too. We.
Yeah,
finally. Umekatia joke.
Nah.
Say something.
Why are you trying?
Yeah. Leo unakatia kila.
Jackie, bite your tongue.
You know who else is mad?
Who?
Foreign investors. Have you seen? What
Oh, of course.
Wamesema nini?
Wanasema the Kiambu governor ametry to seize land worth 4.8 billion in Tatu City. They're calling them out.
And the
Private sector.
Omatangi came out and said, that's the governor.
No.
You remember
Is it
what
the one that
we were
said the
talking
land-
about?
Is it the one that was saying the land was supposed to be for churches?
No, he
For
was saying he
school
wants
and
to build a
something?
school and a
Yeah.
hospital. But let me ask you this. It was 40 acres. Okay? You mean to tell me you want to take 40 acres just to build a school and a hospital?
He's a liar.
There's something
You
going
should
on.
estimate Jomo Kenyatta
Kenyatta.
International
Airport.
whatever. Fosi.
JKIA.
Oh,
Fosi,
Kenyatta.
yeah.
International.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should estimate that land and what he wants to do. Then, if it doesn't amount, then something is wrong.
You know, because this is not back in the
That is the
day.
biggest hospital.
Yeah, and it's not even sitting on 40 acres of land. Okay? And what school has, because obviously as a jenga like a campus or whatever, it's a primary school. Aite Wamatangi Primary.
Wamatangi secondary.
Okay? Na Wamatangi ziko hapa na hapa.
Na body.
Back to back.
Unatokanga hapo unaingia hapa.
Alafu Wamatangi.
Toka kwa hii Matangi.
Technical University.
At least it's worth 40 acres.
No, but you see like what we were saying.
Yeah.
Ukieletwa Matangi,
Just know.
anakuletea nini? You know, because like these people are actually trying to do something. This is like job creation, and this is the same thing that faced every city that has been proposed in this country. Because which city?
Konza.
Wow. And then, so this is something I don't know if people know. You know, there's supposed to be railway city.
In CBD.
Yeah, it's supposed to be constructed. It was even funded under Uhuru.
Wow.
It was already funded.
Yeah, while in his last term, that's when it was funded, and it's by the UK government. So what they're proposing is like creating an what do you call them?
Subway.
A subway tunnel where we board from Apo headquarters.
Hapo kwa Stangana.
Yep. So they cover that entire area. They take up the railway club. They build housing and whatever, and it's a whole city that is built around the railway system. And it was approved and everything. That's why you see that place being boarded up. Ume notice?
Oh yeah.
They wameka mabati nini, but nothing ever changed. Zimebaki tu hivyo. And that was billions and billions of Kenyan shillings that were supposed to go into that.
Kenya nchi yetu.
You know, and it was ilikuwa ifike hadi almost tuko Jogoro.
That's what's up.
Okay? Irudi tena
unasema ilikuwa yani.
yeah, it's done. Hiyo pesa iko kwa account ya mse. And then it was supposed to Shikadi, Mombasa Road, all the way hadi Imara.
Hey, we go back with
It's
that.
it's a whole city with like affordable housing and whatever and whatever. And that's, in my opinion, you don't get rid of Kibera by going to build in Kibera. You build elsewhere and you give those people those houses there. Then you deal with Kibera
Exactly.
after.
Wametoka.
You know, it's not that you go evict people for you to start building there. You know,
Yeah.
and well, shout out to Railway City. It was a good vision, a good plan.
Shout to
Aliacha hiyo pesa ikiwa
ilikuwa.
ilikuwa
So iko wapi?
Tena.
yeah, iko wapi? Ask yourself that.
I mean, he's also supposed to give us answers like, yo, if you left the funds, where are they?
No,
and
no,
why?
you already left.
It's okay, but you're
Yeah.
supposed to actually do this during your time, during your term.
No,
It was
no.
not supposed to be the next governor or the next
No,
president to pick up Kamlesh.
Listen,
And it's
government
unconstitutional, by the
policy
way.
and government plans do not change from presidency to presidency. Okay? If we have a plan to do something,
You do it.
you do it. If it's not done by the time you're done, the next one continues with the plan. This is what people don't know. All these roads that you see that Uhuru built, that was Kibaki plan, a plan that was ongoing. What he did is actualize and continue with his own action points. Because what you remember is his action points were electrifying the country, and you know, of which at some point connecting electricity in homes was super cheap before. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, Kamlesh, but on this, whatever you just explained right now about
Yeah.
the railway city,
Yeah.
it was supposed to be
It can't
done
be
and
done in
started.
5 years.
It's
It
sawa.
already started.
It was supposed to be done and started.
Yeah.
Umesema tu kuna mabati zimewekwa hapo.
Yeah.
Hakuna hata like any project like digging
So-
whatever. What
So that entire
What
plan, I'm not
shows-
defending him. I'm giving you information.
I know,
Okay.
but he still did wrong.
Of course. We're not trying to defend him like he did right here. We are saying he left a project that was starting that stalled immediately he left.
So we need answers.
Okay? The same way, the railway, imekoma wapi? Ni Naivasha.
What else did you-
Yeah. I think it's past Nakuru somewhere. Of which it was supposed to go all the way to Kisumu. The standard gauge. Okay? They were supposed to construct ports in Lake Victoria to enhance East African trade. Okay? Wow.
You know, now you sound like
Good-
Eric Omondi,
good
you know,
Delulu,
on
right?
Jogosh. It just sounds like jokes. Unasemaga you can't even take it.
Hata
You know, I'm
wewe
like,
mwenyewe
what?
just
Laugh
laugh.
about
Exactly,
it.
those are
What?
like
It's
That-
funny.
some good delulu.
Just imagine if government actually actualized these plans. If these plans actually came to fruition, where this country will be economically and even job-wise.
Fun.
The jobs that will be in this market, Africans will be leaving their countries to come to Kenya for job opportunities. Well, they do.
Imagine, hata nikwambie, these people, that's why I say they're too greedy. Hata kama ni stealing, because let's say you have a project of, I don't want to use even a billion, let's say just 10 million,
Yeah.
you know, still 2 million. Because let's say every year you, 2 million
But it's
imeton,
mingi.
2 million, you say mingi, because you're greedy. You are greedy, okay?
Because that is like
I understand the
20%.
fact, yeah. I'm trying to understand the fact that you're greedy here.
Okay.
So just not to take the half amount or the whole amount, try do something with the 8 million.
Yeah.
Hatutajua hiyo ingine. The fact that you've already started and you've completed, I'm not gonna know about the 2 million. Next time when you come up, you suggest something. Money is gonna be easily allocated again because you did fulfill and
You did
work on the
something.
first project. So
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, but it's true. But what I'd advise, just 10%, man. Come at Kanisa, tithe yourself.
Shida ni- unajua shida ni nini? So that was Alfred Mutua's thing in
Oh yeah.
Bahata ya sahi. Shwa.
But
Fire.
so let me
Yeah, Juliana amefurahi by then.
Mbaya. What they're like.
so let
He's getting some
but
tonight.
here's where Alfred
God
was
work for you.
Alfred
I know,
was
wamefanyia ile
know.
kitu.
Gospel rap.
I know, man.
Alfred was so good at starting projects that never got finished. And then the ones that did were of really low quality. Like
Good is Nakuru cleaning.
the PR this man had. was top tier.
Hadi kila mtu akaanza kwenda Machako.
Yeah, top tier. You should actually, I'd suggest they study this man how to sell a project.
Yeah.
Okay, like he sold the Machakos project, hadi wakaleta rugby. Masako Sevens never existed,
Never used to be there.
but man, Masako was vibes. Everybody was like, let's go to Machako.
Maybe that's how he got made.
Of course, yeah.
Shout out to Lily.
PR.
Shout out to Lily.
Yeah, started with games and ended up in games.
Feel me? Shout out to Lily.
Now he's out of the game.
Yeah, but I feel like this fits perfectly to what we're talking about, which is wealth disparity in this country and across Africa at large. Because as if we take in, we are mute one time. Yeah. Najiamute mwenyewe anaendelea. And when we look at the wealth disparity in Africa, the gap just seems to be widening. Okay? Like we have more poor people every day, and the wealthy are just getting super wealthy. How do we change this? Or what's your, before we get to that, what's your understanding of wealth disparity?
For me, my biggest concern is if we're not careful, we might end up like Nigeria.
Okay.
Nigeria, the wealth disparity is so huge.
Yep.
Kibera, my Lamborghinis napita.
Yep.
You know, like I would hate for us to get where the rich are almost deities or gods. Yeah?
Yeah.
They're like so up there, and then the middle class is just, yo. And that's where we're headed slowly by slowly. If
Yeah.
things don't change.
Because I feel like they're killing the middle class.
Yeah, right now, Kwanzaa. You know, the middle class is the one that hold the revolution.
It's
Because
the
the
bread
middle
basket.
class, wamezoea, me as long as I have some chums for Sato.
And for
and then
Gata.
to go for
my soup.
Asa wakichoka sasa.
Wakiacha kusema you guy.
Aseme, you must go. Right, that's where it is. That's
Yeah.
where it is. So I would hate for us to get there.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we are slowly, very slowly, but you know, surely, mdogo mdogo tu tuna get there.
Hapo tunaenda, or we're getting better. Okay.
But also, bado tukiendelea.
Vibaya.
Yeah.
Shmani, what's your take on the wealth disparity
In Kenya?
in Africa?
In
at large?
Africa?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's honest.
I don't know.
Nothing.
I don't know.
Nothing.
I'm trying still to get into the conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joby?
Inequality in a country,
Yeah.
in the continent, in societies, just like literally each second what Icha said.
Yeah.
You know, we can see Lamborghinis passing in, you know, places where
Slums.
people cannot even afford
It's
water.
over.
Even going to the toilet, it's a problem. You have to pay. Getting a jar
Lie.
of water is just, you have to give yourself sexually for you to earn that. So it is basically inequality of resources, job opportunities, funds
Yeah.
in a country, a continent, or a society.
Yes, tunaona mwenyewe mkono.
Moving on.
But yeah, and the thing is, what Joby is saying is actually a very big factor, because the inequality and lack of opportunities is what leads to this. Let me give you an example. If today in Kenya you can access 10 million, you can get a contender real quick and make 70 million.
Yeah.
But how many people can access that 10 million?
To begin with.
How many people? Now, assume you have that 10 million. You make that 70 million. And then there's a guy who's making 18,000 a month. Now you all try to have a conversation and make it look like you live in the same country. Like you're experiencing the same laws, the same opportunities. You're not. That's why, si unajua Thika Road kuna pahali ukifika, if you, kama unaendelea upigi kale katan, you need to work harder.
They can when right.
Kawendi right.
You know wrong or right.
Work harder, fam.
But the biggest population on in the
Yeah, wako
That's straight.
that's
sasa
the
naishi
biggest
Makongeni. Sawa.
Thika.
Peka. Unafanya kazi Hurlingham. Nawezi afford kuishi Nairobi.
It's crazy how the capitalism has pressed us
Yeah.
in such a way that you always mboka. If you just lift your head like this, you
You're broke.
realize the wealth disparity.
Okay,
Crazy.
that's you're broke.
Makongeni, it is
Yeah.
because Makongeni houses are very cheap.
Yeah.
And if you try to look at what they're trying to push is people have to live a very low life, you know. Because Makongeni is wakukani fiti. Nikaslam tu fulani hapo kana zinini.
What do you mean? Hakujawahi kabisa.
Okay, there is always that mixture of, you know,
Oh,
watu
Gina,
wapato,
wow.
sijui nini, but shout out to watu wa Makongeni.
You know. Bende acha nikomia afadhali niishi Kayole kuliko niishi Thika.
Vumbi nayo. Kula vumbi.
Ati imagine tu unaishi Thika. Shana tu watu wa Thika. Si ndio MP wao ni yule mama.
Yeah.
You see how messed up they are. Uko na Makongeni na huyo MP.
Ah, you know, pia alikuja akasema iti she knows what's best for them.
For our people. They always
Actually,
know.
don't tell me. I
And
know
my
what's
people
best for
want
you.
yes.
They
And
always
my people
know.
want yes.
But they were demonstrating in Thika.
Exactly. The next day, I'm like, what do you mean?
But yeah, some of the cases we've seen of wealth disparity in this country over the last 2 years have been stark. Okay? And a good example, and feel free to give yours, Murkomen. The former, keyword,
Previous.
former CS of transport. The one that said, alisema nini venye aliambiwa JKA is leaking? Mbona unatuanika? No lie.
Kama feature aibu. Yeah.
Well, yeah, this
Instead of being solution
I
oriented,
know.
ni sweep that thing huko chini ya kiti.
It's all about their image. It's
And-
all about what they think people see. Or
this man came
them.
out and said belt yake ni how much? 80k.
80K.
You know,
Yeah.
watch 600,000 or was it 800?
I don't know.
You know, like shoes 100 plus.
Na hata ukai fiti bado.
Bado unakaa mkande by the way.
Yeah, the drip ain't dripping, bro. Oh, it's crazy, but they're living like businessmen, techpreneurs.
And the thing is, I was asking
If you're a
somebody,
public servant,
yeah,
Yeah.
where are the industries that these people make this much money from?
you feel me?
You know? And somebody feel free to CS wote anguka nayo. Actually, always trust time.
Another good example is the Meru
Governor.
Counter.
spending 900 million for
On
just
travel.
traveling
Mhm.
within the past few months, actually since the beginning of 2024.
Mimi nakwambia kaa kuna mtu anafurahi.
For the
lazima
past 50 months.
aliaje.
Another one is where we've seen the Nairobi County, I think that was today or yesterday. It has spent since 2023 June
Yeah.
till 2024 June,
Mhm.
103 million on foreign trips, which is 10.
People Google
Dollars.
network
Okay.
of politicians.
That is dollars, not
Okay,
million shillings.
let's see what the Kenyan political. No, you can.
Which politician that was?
Yeah, just Google network of Kenyan politicians listed, okay, or wealthiest politicians, top 100 or top 30 or top 10, and you see the wealth disparity that we're talking about.
I feel like also these people, Kamlesh,
Yeah.
they want to maintain that. They don't want to share or they don't want to give. So it's a group or a number of people who have actually accessed it,
Mhm.
and they don't want other people to have a share of it. So they
Mhm.
become greedy each and every time.
Mhm.
Them is to take and take and take and take and more and more. That's
Mhm.
why you see them mostly. I feel like it's actually promoted by most of these politicians,
Mhm.
where they come in. Unaona kiingia hata in power, they're slim, they
Mm.
wanateseka and blah blah blah. And after a few months, they're big and they're driving big cars and stuff like that. And this is somebody who like 2 years before or a year before didn't have anything. So you ask yourself, where do you get all this money? If you look at even your salaries, it doesn't compare to the lifestyle. You saw what shout out to what's the name of that guy, Salasia, was sharing his what was that,
his 2K.
Yeah, it's 2,000, right? And I'm like, okay, you always drink every day, you always have this lifestyle and stuff like that. So where do you get
How
this
do you
money?
fuel your car?
Yeah, how do you fill your car? And how do you do it? So it's just a number of people who already actually have it and want to maintain it. Or if they don't have, they keep grabbing and grabbing and taking and taking and taking more and more, creating for those on the lower side not to get up. Because everything that you're supposed to acquire in the middle, they keep on taking. So there's a big gap between us and them.
But as we continue, what's your opinion on this? I wouldn't say reshuffle, but the fact that he's actually come out and fired all this years.
Before that, in Kenya, people with political connections own more than 50% of the country's wealth.
Yes.
Kenyan MPs are the second most paid in Africa.
After who?
Nigeria.
Dang.
And that's why
Kenyan
Nigeria has a
politicians-
big wealth gap.
Kenyan politicians are among top 5 globally. Not in Africa, globally.
Yeah, I had kids say that on
The
some
whole
show. They paid a
effing
lot of
world.
money compared even
Per
to
capita, like,
Earnings.
Yeah.
even if
Why are we
Kenya is
paying-
still a developing country,
Why are we paying them like that?
it's up there.
Mbona tusiseme tu
Na
MP
bado-
analipwa tauso?
Na imagine na bado walikuwa wanataka salary increase. They were
Nakwambia our country is a joke.
Okay, why can't we just set it as an MP earns 150?
Mwisho.
Okay?
No.
MCA 75.
Watafanya kazi.
MCA 75.
And there's still more. There's still more to maintain that lifestyle.
Oh, listen. We're not going back. There's no going back now. We shall be involved in everything.
Yeah, the new sheriff is in town. But
Everything. We shall be involved in everything. But yeah, what's your opinion about this dissolvement of government? Because that is government dissolved.
Me, I feel WSR is in panic mode, first and
Okay.
foremost.
Yeah.
And it's clear there is a huge divide
Yeah.
in this government.
Yeah.
And I think it's getting rid of people who are not in his corner.
Yeah.
And it's getting rid of mechanisms that can threaten his position.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a chess move on his part. But he's in panic mode and we can see it. Now, you know, every time, sir, we should engage the next game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so fire yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Same way.
But we don't have an attorney general.
Exactly.
So how do we fire him?
Feel me? Me not gonna be this,
it's a
but
chess game.
it's okay. Tunaendelea kuandamana.
But at least tuko na IBC sasa.
Yeah, yeah.
But this IBC, nani aliweka Kamlesh?
No, but he said
That's
he
the
revised.
problem.
Yo, did you see that for vehicles? Hey,
Get away, bro.
hey.
Ikuwe polling station. Wanakulipa.
Itagulo. Kura itagulo.
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 Watu watapiga kura wakipeleka kura ikakauntiwe.
Oh my.
And it is legal now.
Because it's already Asha signed.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
This is what I'm saying.
Oh
Since we
my
know now,
goodness. Yeah.
wakiiba tunaiba pia sisi. Okay? Let's figure out venye pia unapiga kura ine. Sawa. Mkiongeza hidu 3 sikiongeza ine za mwenye tunataka. Okay? Because at this point, or
Tunapiga kura.
Ama tuende tu back to
Alafu
Mbona-
tuna-announce ya
tunaambia cheki tumeamua.
tumecount. Undo tunataka.
ama tu tuende tu normal.
Aje.
Count. Back to old school.
Tusimame nyuma
Yeah.
nyuma ya picha.
Because that is the only thing that can happen.
Aya,
Old
huyu.
school, yes, no, yes, no. Yeah, baka tumalize wote.
Like a month of election.
Because hadi tukisema history ya IBC, they're the ones who chose these people.
Yes.
So at the end
Especially
of the
after
day,
that revision.
exactly. And remember, I think it is
Unajua
Dimore was
line yenu
sharing.
ilikuwa fupi hawezi shinda.
Dimore was the one that was sharing this, that the ways for a president to actually resign, right?
No.
And the,
get fired.
Yeah.
Resignation is
Get
himself.
fired,
Yeah.
right? And for him to get fired, there has to be an IBC, right?
Yeah.
Right, in the constitution or whatever.
Yeah.
Now he has formed this IBC. I was looking at it from a perspective of I may form to his likeness, so that if it comes to a point where he has to resign or he has to do this, they'll support him. So it's a no way. Alright? That's why he has formed this IBC. So there's
Okay.
no way for him to and people think it's for us, but deep down he has solved it for himself. This guy is playing chess because same thing that is happening right now of him dissolving this. He's trying, I feel like he's trying all the way to actually maintain that seat. He's pretending that he's listening to people, but at the end of the day, he's trying to actually have ways that will keep him in the seat. And of course also his what people see outside. Like Saizi, you know, people are watching Kenyans. And if you can see his videos, even the way he says this is not an happy person. He's not happy to dissolve this cabinet secretary. He's not happy for anything that he's doing. This is a very egocentric type of person. If you see him doing this, imefika limit here. What are people saying? What are people? Imagine other countries just seeing your president just saying, okay, people didn't want this, now I'm doing what people want. It's actually even very embarrassing for him to do this.
No,
Personally.
it should actually be
Don't
very
care.
motivating.
Yes, it's supposed to be motivating, but get to know that this was
He's
a
looking
person.
at it as an
Well, I
embarrassment.
don't know if you guys saw Ruto going to other countries during time it was being asked all the time, what is happening? And you say, oh, my government, we are a very democratic nation. Oh, my government is.
And then you shot us and killed us.
And then now everybody's like, this guy is very, very how do we say it?
Pompous.
You know, and then right now his country is on fire. Alright, and now everybody's looking at him. From that, I mean, it's just a few months ago. Do you know that was just like this revolution started a month ago, right? Imagine before that month, he was that guy. 1 month later, he's nobody. So you see, at the end of the day, him dissolving doesn't make much of a difference to me, because can we work without cabinet secretaries? What is the next step?
It's to appoint a new
Now he
cabinet.
wants to put his people there, sasa.
But see, those were his people.
Wamesawa wamemtoka. Now he's putting new ones.
He's putting
new orders.
New orders.
Yeah.
The problem is gonna be who does he put there.
For me, I feel like we need to ask ourselves who's calling the shots. You know, go back to the drawing board. This is bigger than Ruto. This is bigger than. This is not him making the decision. You know, because I remember when the finance bill was withdrawn, the IMF made a statement. I don't know how many of you saw it. And they said, we don't care. How Kenya is going to get this
Money.
loan or debt paid. Either way, the country has to find a way to impose taxes. And we've seen him saying he's going to borrow. Actually, this after dropping the financial bill,
He said $1 trillion.
it's going to increase. This is a 67% increase from what just the financial bill was, you know, setting up, you know, aside and all that. We saw after that, was it before? Actually, not
I
before.
feel like something people should know is debt doesn't matter.
It's okay. It's
You
okay.
can have the biggest debt in the world.
We know,
It doesn't
and
matter.
we don't owe them anything. So I'm trying to say we should understand who's calling the shots. Like who's making an order here in Kenya, because it's not Ruto. All these things he's making, because I wanna just refer to a video that Keith shared with me in the morning on my show, and the video actually explains very well. It was a lady breaking it down why we saw Raila, who was actually not supposed to be going to talk on behalf of Kenyans, because this was oppositionless. This was you know, partyless. That is what they call partyless, tribeless, and all that. We didn't need you to go represent Kenyans. Like, here, we're gonna sit down and have a dialogue. This is him being ordered to do so, because number one, an opposition is not there to stand up for the people. An opposition is an enemy. And shout out to Olusegun, as much as Keith was saying is about, shout out to Olusegun
Obasanjo.
He said that he did speak about it, literally calling out on these puppets. But basically, I'm trying to say we should understand who's calling the shots. Who is Ruto listening? And right now, Raila did actually stand on this particular dialogue that we saw yesterday. It was on Jana, so
Yeah.
we saw yesterday. Was it yesterday or Monday?
Tuesday, yeah.
Monday, yeah. This is because he's vying for the AU chair.
Mm.
So he was called and told, yo, we don't care whether you are standing with the people or not. You want this seat, you're gonna do what we demand. And because they're trying to put him aside on the politics and all that, he's gonna have to do what they want.
Yeah.
So as much as tumeona akisema sijui, I've heard what you guys complain is all about, we need to understand it's already signed. So
Yeah.
they have secured their political positions.
Yeah.
So I feel like from here we should just again discuss what we can see. Number one is going to become a very big problem,
Yeah.
lacking an attorney general.
Yeah.
That should be the discussion and debate we have right now for those who are literally hosting all this that is happening on Twitter Spaces. That is the debate we should have right now. It should be pressured to appoint an attorney general, because
Yeah.
we're not here to serve your interest.
Kuna mtu amesema the last time Murkomen aliapia in public as a CS ilikuwa kwa show ya Obina.
Lord. Entertainer, hello.
Wait.
Ati na Nyamba ametolewa kwa list ya Funky.
This is cool.
Nyamu pia
Anafaa aende huko mahali.
Sina nini na Nyamba. Kama amekuta na Nyamba. But and then somebody else says empism, hubris, pomposity, arrogance. All is vanity. Kuwa mpole, power huisha.
yote ni vani.
Una vitu pesa idunui. Guess who that is?
Oh my god.
Guess who that is?
Oh no.
Kuna vitu pesa inunue.
It was Murkomen to the previous government. He told them hubris, pomposity and arrogance is all vanity. Kuwa mpole, power huisha. But your own words, bro.
Right now hata tunafaa tuende after our cabinet secretaries, we should push for our MPs.
Those same pigs kwanza wanafuata.
Wow, true.
What's that?
Just unaona, because hivyo tu alafu the governors hivyo wote.
I'm not sure if this is the real Moses Kuria account,
It's
but
not.
somebody has posted ati nimefutwa lakini mwenye narumia sana ni Kindiki.
Huyo kwanza huyo alituwekea makarau, huyu alituthreaten, alisema tukipigia Ruto kelele atatushika. Oh my god, that guy said a lot.
But okay, so the fact that they have been dissolved, so one understand, are the properties that belong to the system going to be taken back? I'm talking about cars,
Oh yeah, they give back
They
everything.
give
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
They don't go
the
back.
houses.
You
The
go
houses-
back to your house.
Come on, baby, I love it.
You know, like Kwako.
I
See, you're not living in government premises anymore. Like, let's
Hata
say,
uko kwako tunataka papers. How did you build this house? Me, I want to
Sasa
see.
bila housing allowance na bila hizo marupurupu zote, it's gonna be hard.
watangu
I
kana.
want receipts of how you built your house, how you have this business running. You know, the same thing that we were talking about again earlier. Shout out to this guy from TikTok, Francis. I don't know kama unamjua. He was talking about how we had Philip Ndengwa banking 1 billion in the bank account. The question is, what investments do you have to bank 1 billion? Umetoa wapi hii pesa? Can we trace back?
Yeah, this is what I was saying, Josie. We've lost sense of what a billion really is.
Yep.
A billion is a lot.
It's a lot of money,
A
exactly.
billion is a lot.
And then
of
people just
money.
think it's a billion.
And that should be considered as fraud, actually. Are you banking 1
A
billion?
billion is a lot of money.
With a salary of 2,000. Literally.
But fear educated people. Like, this was a very educated revolution.
Yes,
Which
sir.
is what I love about it.
Exactly.
Okay?
Even
It
if
wasn't.
they try to push the Gen Z agenda, they still really...
They injected their goons,
Yeah.
we changed tacts,
We changed.
and we went online.
Exactly.
Okay? They thought we shall stay up and want to collect tear gas. No, we have tactics.
We will change. We will
Tiki-taka.
go back to the
Tukitaka
drawing
bwana, tunacheza hapo
board.
hivyo, tunakuwekea kajavi pale, kainiesta, saa kamesi pale na ka David Villa hapo mbele. Barcelona.
Yeah.
Such a shitty club. Yeah, but just to give your the last time the cabinet was sacked was by Kibaki and this was 20 years ago.
Damn.
But the only difference was he retained his vice president and the attorney general. What I'm asking is, why have you fired the attorney general?
Exactly.
That's
But
the
apart-
debate people should have now.
But apart from that, I want to give you all a list. But unakumbuka manzi mseki campaign venye alikuwa anapiga luku. Yo.
Za yellow na green.
You remember?
Ah, ya agenda.
Chikizo kicks.
Oh, man.
That man had, yo. That man had drip. He was like, look
And
at me.
why haven't you sacked your PA who is advising you?
Who? What? Do not
I
even
don't
mention
know.
that name.
Tell
What?
me what.
What? What? There are people and then there are people.
Why?
What?
Why, Kamlesh?
You should know people.
Do not touch.
Ushaambiwa when you're a child, unaambiwa usiguze ile ni moto.
Mm.
Then you go touch it with your back.
Unaanza kulia. Hizi hata unachapwa.
Wow.
Ya kushika.
There are people,
Niliona
there are people we know what they
Parliament
do,
people.
and
Basi
because we know
niliona-
what they do, we do not say anything about what they do. There are very few people that scare me. That is one of them. Like, this man is scary. Like, you have no idea.
Jina yake watu-
Wow. Bro, I like breathing, okay?
Feel me?
I like walking
Speaking of
normally.
breathing, shout out to Mushiri Mike, he's been released.
Yeah?
He's breathing like caught on live, man. Imagine uko. Sasa tunaenda sahi. Wameniwekea pingu, guys. Oh my god, it's so bad.
Ati ama karo walikuwa wanamshika walikuwa na go through his phone like no mama ni nani?
Unafaa mbeta
Huyu
pop.
mama.
Guys, tap tap.
Guys, tap, I get released. Guys.
So the list of the CSs that have been fired, just to refresh your memory about what
Why is
dockets
it
they
here?
held. Huh?
Why is it here?
Off air.
Nitakwambia.
Mambo ya off air.
Wa
Ni baddest.
Dibade.
cheki. Hata si hivyo.
That's the BS, man.
No.
That's the BS. You know,
Yes.
it's no, but
But
that's
listen,
the BS.
let's after this nione kando.
Ah.
Cheki.
I feel
Wow.
hiyo nini ya kufia watu ndio ilifanya hii generation ikuwe fearless.
No, unachiki.
Cause
We do not fear people that hold dockets, but they are shadows. Fear shadows. Okay? Fear shadows, because shadows can
we
never
will
be
not live in
pinpointed.
fear. I feel they instill a lot of fear in people, and that is the tactic they instill in our parents, and that's why they were very comfortable being
No,
where they are.
we are very comfortable attacking the system. But let me teach you
Is
something.
that the
Let me teach you
system,
something. Let me teach you something
Teach.
about. There are people who are the
Execution.
and the checks and balances people. Okay, and they have no dockets, but they maintain
They get shit done.
and those people are never questioned. And they have so much power, really. But we're starting with Mithika Linturi. His home. He was the CS for agriculture and livestock development. What you'd like
Oh,
to
inakumicha.
Linturi. He is
Oh.
famous for selling stones as fertilizer.
Oh, ni huyo.
Yeah.
Yeah, ende sana.
And then there was Ezekiel Machogu,
His education.
education.
Alitubo.
The one that executed CBC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ulitubo na CBC sahii wazazi wanatumia pesa mingi sana.
Yes,
What?
Man, unatembea hivi eti leo kuja ka polisi. What the hell?
Kwani umedoka wera, umefika,
Role
umechoka.
playing.
Tuwe anakuambia, oe, tuliitishwa recipe ya lasagna.
Man, it's so
So,
crazy.
ama kuja na kuku.
I know. The hell?
Nakwambia, maybe I
Kama
wanna
ama modo wanafurahi.
maybe I wanna be a teacher now.
Mimi ningekuwa na tomato na crazy.
Wanadisha au mamode, si ndio? Wami na bakingi shule.
Yo, so collectively we need the class ichange iPhone 15 for geography and classes.
Nani yako?
Tutakuwa tunachukua video za TikTok.
Za dad. Za TikTok. This we shall now even teach the internet.
I know.
So
Yeah.
unatumia wazazi text. Kuna till.
Na lazima watume.
Oh, and how they kula money nowadays? It's the remedial classes.
What's remedial
But that's
classes?
always
See,
that's
after
always
school,
been a thing for them.
Yeah. Wow. But
Remedial ilikuwa explain.
we have
Juzi
yeah,
juzi natembea hivi. Kids can embarrass.
of course.
Some kiddos pass hivi.
Yeah.
It was on a Friday. Ami baba yangu ajalipa remedio hii Saturday nacheza.
Wow.
And without remedial, you don't go to school.
So I told you
But
to
nowadays they're lucky you don't get beat. You know, may remember our era used to get beaten. Like, kukosa tuition.
Voila.
Hey.
But remedial is not mandatory. You have to pay for it.
But you remember, okay, I don't know
And
if
it
you
was
guys.
outlawed.
But for me, we experienced it. Especially my sister, like,
Was it mandatory?
yeah, kanjo. If you, cause
That was before
kanjo.
they outlawed it.
Kanjo after they introduced the free system of education juu ilikuwa tu ni unaenda shule. So hao walimu watapataje pesa?
Nenda shule.
I'm here teacher.
Si walikuwa nakulia remedial.
Si ndio hiyo sasa
Sasa
ukikosa ilikuwa ni ngori cause
lakini wanaifanya tu chini ya mangoto.
yeah, it was out there.
Damn.
And it's in every school.
For real, hadi sio kwenda shule weekend. Ilisha kabisa.
Yeah,
No.
it's outlawed, but they're still doing it.
Still happening.
Cause mimi nilikuwa na boeka mtu wangu kwenda shule after why.
Yeah. And then we have Davis Chilchil.
That to chill.
That was energy and petroleum.
Ametuongezea huyo. Kama kuna mzee amekula ni huyo. Inapanda ikipanda.
Na hujamcheki akiteta anyway itakwenda tunaongea. Yeah, kwa tu pale hivyo.
Nobody even knows him. It's the first time I'm hearing his name. Literally nimekuwa tu nikiona breaking news. Petroleum imepanda.
Yeah.
I never knew who's giving the orders.
It was Davis
Chacha.
Chilchil. Then we had Ababu.
Na
Mwamba.
Yeah.
na nyamba.
Babu na Isenya.
Na nyamba.
Yeah.
Ababu Olympics.
Tuali.
Maslahi kuni sana
Unasema
kufa
nini?
sahi.
Babu na Isenya.
Kwa nini?
Kwa nini
Maslahi.
unajua?
Kwa nini?
Huh?
Najua nimeshikanisha lakini kwa nini?
Ati kwa nini?
Eh.
See, that's his name.
No.
Si labda tuliza kwa internet. Mbona walimpewa jina? Ndiona?
I mean, I get the whole thing in
If you get it, then why
Why are you questioning?
no, this chile just came out to just
No,
clarify
you
all
need
the
to cut out
accusations.
yeah.
You
Job.
be sued for defamation. Watch what you say, bro.
I didn't say nothing.
As he
But
Watch what you say.
We
No,
haven't
no,
said anything.
Listen.
That is the internet's name.
Listen.
It's okay, but why?
Babu na Isenya.
you're the one who's trying to get
You're
sued.
the one
just
trying
poking
to
us.
get-
No, once you start trying to get to the why, that's where the suing grounds come in. So you're putting us in jeopardy.
Yeah.
So,
It's an LOL.
yeah,
Yeah.
No.
laugh out loud.
Let's go.
Okay.
Ama.
So does this mean Ababu end the Olympics?
Na ameandika leo mesini leo ndio asubuhi ndio ameandika hiyo kitu nimeona
Guy,
pale.
accuse me wachokozi.
Sini leo ama
Kwanza, I love how waliambiwa they make the list public
Yeah.
of who's attending.
Are you
Because previously,
even the
previously
sign
we used to
didn't
see unrelated people in that
Yeah.
docket. Wako huko.
man?
Hey,
And then
catching vibes.
have you seen how shitty our Olympics look is? Like,
walisema ni babu ndiye alinini?
It's trash.
Andrew Babu.
no, alitokea kakataa. He said it wasn't him.
He's too stylish for that. I was like,
Like-
why?
Inakaa tu ni kata ila fulani tu alijengwa hivi.
Wala, huyo ni tu nini? Najua ni nani? Nani alimvuka?
You know, Sindo.
I know.
Yeah, you know. Hata
Alimvuka up na boys wake.
It's the link. It's the link up.
Chakuliko.
yeah. Mine anasoma design
Na
pale
kushow.
tu.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Really
Akona
so
masai
talented.
zingine akitoka Kajiado.
Mhm.
Deadly.
Ebu, let me show you what
Let me
he's
show
doing.
you. You see, this is the new drip.
Yeah.
Now, hii wakiona Gen Z.
Yeah. Unaona vile inakaa patriotic.
You see?
Hii ni ama Gen Z.
I see.
You know when you're sweating too much. Can't take straight.
Aenda kina na hizo nguo.
Unahitaji drip ingine ya Olympics by the way.
Really?
Yeah. At this point in
Hata
teaching like
unge-
you
hata
know.
ungechukua
You know,
za Kipchoge.
this means it went through all the processes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Kubalishwa, kukata, alafu this was the final, wakakako, yes. pitisha.
Hakuna hata hiyo kitu, ni alikaa ndi akadecide. Walika wawili.
Hakuna
Hakuna
due process.
process ni.
Unaonaje hapa babe?
Wait.
Mchokozi.
Mimi ni mchokozi.
Mimi nimesema.
Information job.
It's how we all had the same idea. Listen, but yeah, that looks like a bedroom outfit. Like it was a pillow talk decision.
Na mimi najua boys wake anafanya hiyo course.
Luku bro, Luku. This guy is
Put your people.
Lakini ababu
He's so
amekula
raw
talanta
and
hela tu
talented.
200
This is
million.
like discovering
Mzee
a new
aende
designer.
sana. Alikuwa ananiboa aende sana. What?
So, uto tusuti twake tutaenda wapi?
To fittings.
Na mwamba.
It's too
Na mwamba.
Kuna ngoma fulani
Si watu wazuri.
Mwamba
chini ya mwamba.
yangu.
Aende
That's
kabisa.
what
Mwamba sasa yako juu chini yetu.
Yesu.
Babunishi.
Niko chini ya mwamba.
Sasa yako chini ya mwamba ya ukweli.
Niko
Ukipiga
chini ya
luku yako.
chini ya mwamba.
Chini ya waba.
Konsoliwa. Ndio baba.
But
Cheza na
akiangaliwa sideways pia, like get your shit together. I was used to
What's your plan now?
So what's the plan?
Sasa hizi masleki unataka kutoka watu hapa hivi. Sasa hizi
Masleki
watu wanatolewa madem, watu
Masleki
wanatoka madem.
kurudi huko.
Back to the center.
You know when all this chaos was going on, okay?
Walifichwa.
Kwani wababa wa the CS?
Yes.
Wababa.
Huko unaona.
Kwani wababa are not just we have wababa who are not in politics.
Oh.
Yes, but the ones that are in politics, that is where
That is the real babas.
Wataenda ndo watachukua
Sasa
madeni.
unaona watu watatolewa madem.
Inafaa.
Ama warudi back to their boy child. Nimekudharau sana for years but
Baby man.
nimerudi iza jo.
I see you bought a Subaru.
The previous
I see you bought a Subaru.
my previous partner ilikuwa na
Mwanze kwa
Yeah.
My money.
My
Kanyani. My money. Nipatie pesa yangu wewe.
Tutagro.
Leo unaanza kuweka kazi Kenya mbura.
Hujanilipa. Umegula na hujanilipa. My money. Ukiniita. Akilita ni Kanyari alikuwa atoa. Alikuwa anasema vitu mingi. Ukiniita huku niambia hivyo. Ukiniita.
But who else thinks Kanyari's vibe to hang with?
Really?
I don't
No, I think
it's
Nganga.
For real?
No, pia
Hang hivi. I think he's a douchebag.
For real?
I think
Of
he'll
course,
annoy
that's
you
why it's
easily.
vibe to hang with him.
No,
I think
he will
online.
annoy you easily.
Yeah. Me
If you get annoyed
He
easily,
doesn't have humor. It's not like Nganga.
Really?
Hanga is a douchebag.
Nganga is a nas.
Guy.
But he has humor. Like,
No,
How?
heavy.
Heavy.
You can't even talk to him.
walai.
Yeah.
Full of himself.
Guys, sasa venye alisema atakuja
Unaweza
kwa
mzangu
Gen Z.
Na
ashamfanyia.
uko.
Yeah, alikuwa don't say that.
Hiyo gitaa yako.
Na Gen Z.
But me, what I have to do, and I think I've said it here before, is pop an edible
And go to Nganga.
Sunday.
Wallahi, unaenda kucheka
Na
mtayo.
nikicheka mimi mbaya mkuu.
Wow.
Mimi naweza
Fun as
kukuza,
hell.
mimi naweza nani amecheka toka kwa kanisa. Naweza kuwa. Wow, mimi naweza, oh my god, naweza kukuzwa.
Naambia ni Holy Spirit.
Na ukitoka na kutusi.
Hey.
Amesimama kwa pulpit na nakutusi.
Ai, si hata mimi
But he
nasimama.
does that.
Nayo.
So nakumbuka ile time alifukuza yule mama wako ametengeneza nywele.
Na
Chukua hii
umabisi
pesa.
alirudi.
Go make your hair.
No. And she uses actual insult words.
Matako wewe.
Kuna hii jina fulani ilikuwa matusi ya kitambo.
Bah.
Simniambie mafara
It's
nini?
bad. Hii jina inakuwa sina nao by your class.
Oh.
Hizo mamatusi. Si English.
I can't
Anapendaga kuisema.
Mama yo.
Yes, sema hiyo atakuwa cancel. Wapi?
Si ni
Hasa
kanisa
hata.
yake.
How do you cancel? Come on. Anyway, that is a very dark joke.
Yeah.
Mama.
Yeah.
Vibes.
I was about to make a
Vibes
JCC
on
joke.
vibes.
Yo, me, I have a question.
Yeah.
I repeat to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Pastor.
Pastor Alan Kuna. I'm about to ask a very dark question.
Please don't. Why
Go
do you
ahead.
think I know?
What do you think I want to ask?
I don't know. I'm
Go ahead.
laughing.
He died because of cancer,
Yeah.
Apparently.
apparently. Why is faith limited to a certain degree? Where even pastors, when they get sick, they go to hospital.
Why can they pray?
Pray it out.
Pray it out.
I mean,
No,
heal yourself.
you have the power supposedly to.
Heal.
Heal.
Do
Heal
it.
yourself.
Because they go to like, I'm coming to your city, bring your sick, bring you,
I'm trying to heal you.
and then
Just take your money and be rich.
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, Jesus resurrected himself apparently. Oh, man was like, resuscitates.
3 days later.
You know. Man.
But did you know that's how breakdancing came about?
Oh, no, you lying. You capping.
Oh my god.
Those things gani out the tomb. That's out the tomb.
Apparently he was the first one to moonwalk. You know, like a
One
Kienda
leg.
Jew. That's
I
how.
imagine it was.
See, by that's where the moonwalk came
The
from.
moonwalking, yeah.
Like,
I
People
amesema
that
kwenda juu.
See, Ali moonwalk.
Ah.
They walk to the moon.
Lakini yenyewe. Any people believe like this man walked on water and shit. And then I saw a video.
Did you try when you were young?
No.
Me,
You
when I was-
tried.
me, when-
You tried.
When I was young, I used to believe that I was running so fast, I would inuka a few centimeters
The water.
from the ground. Like, yani nilikuwa naona niko na mbio nikikimbia na inuka kidogo.
Kwa hewa tu. The Lulu.
Utabenda time.
Taishi.
What a bender.
Eh, nilikuwa
Only airbender.
teki.
Me used to believe I can stand on water.
Did you?
I tried. Of course I did. It didn't work.
But you know that delusion as a kid is crazy.
I think it's because I don't know.
The world hasn't gotten to you yet.
Yeah.
Everything is possible.
Yeah, you saw that clip of the kid with the snakes?
Oh yeah.
No, kids
And
did an experiment.
Yeah.
They put kids in a room and huge
Snakes.
pythons, anacondas.
Yeah.
The kids are just, because they haven't learned fear yet, they're just
Touching the snake.
And the snakes also are not attacking the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't attack kids. I hear
No, like unless you show fear, because they can literally tell.
It's like
So
a cat.
kids don't know that this is dangerous. So they're just chilling.
And
They have no fear.
The report was saying they hid the parents away
Yeah.
because kids usually mimic.
They see.
Anaangalia mzazi, mzazi ameshtuka, oh shit, this is mine.
Exactly.
So the parents were looking from like a window where the kids can't see them,
Nice.
and they were the ones panicking,
Freaking out.
freaking the hell out.
Katoki. It's a video.
It's someone.
I mean, it's
I think
not a
I've saved
doggy.
it somewhere.
Very
Doggy na nyoka.
dangerous. No, like a dog and a kid. Anaingiza hadi mkono yake yote hivi.
Yeah, haiwezi.
Hivi.
Yeah,
But then that proved
Yote, like-
that fear is taught. Fear is learned.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It is.
We're not born with it.
I think it's instilled by parents.
Of course, because
And
we want you
society.
to fear them.
Society in general.
Don't touch water. Don't do this.
What you're being given is, it's like being governed. This is not it, so you start getting fear of that. Like, usishike moto, now you're afraid of something. Usifanye hivi, now you're afraid of another thing. So the fear becomes natural to you. Because, you know, we exist in the womb, magic
And dark.
in very darkness. So, why are you afraid of water? Who told you that you should be afraid of water?
Because it's cold.
Who told you should be afraid of cold things?
It's my body.
But yeah,
Sensitivity.
apart,
But it's land. That's why
yeah,
you've seen that village in Nigeria where they built on top of the water, of the ocean. Like
that's in Lagos.
In Lagos, right?
Yeah.
It's not
Afro
on top of
extend-
sewage.
Yeah,
but it's in
but
the
it's
ocean.
Those
But it's full of
kids,
sewage.
They swim on that.
Where in the
Utagonjeka.
yeah.
But they do get a certain disease out of it. I don't know it's called what. Let me check. They do get a certain disease out of it.
Or even when they trek, wakuna tukumbuka tukiwa coast,
Mm.
your body, because you haven't learned it. Everything is learned.
Yeah. But tukiendelea, we have the CS for cooperatives and micro, small and medium enterprises and development. What docket is that, Sasa?
Anito?
Simon Chelugui.
Unasikia majia Chirchir, Chelugui.
Watu wake.
Okay, and then we had Salim Mvuria. He was the CS for mining, blue economy and maritime affairs.
Ametuibia. Huyo mining aende sana. Scandals nazo.
You see those silent ones.
I know.
Mining,
and you never hear them.
Dockets.
Mining, blue economy and maritime affairs.
Imagine.
Huyo ana make sure kitu inaingia na kitu inatoka bila
Cleaning job.
Yeah, listen.
And then you know these positions, these ministries or whatever.
Yeah.
They never used to exist hivi mob, si ndio?
Yeah.
Alikuja kaongeza more,
Yep.
right? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Because I've never heard of that.
And then we had the CS for labor and social protection. I wonder where she is. Her name is Florence Bori. I mean, when the doctors were demonstrating, where was like she's literally supposed to defend them. That's her job.
Literally.
You're the CS for labor.
They were cuddling with Nakumusha.
Umeacha wapi Mr. Purple?
Ala.
Ala? Ala? Unasema nini?
Ala.
Eh?
Hey, I ain't saying that. It's the same like
Ndo bonake.
Check it. So, Florence Bori. And then we had Eliud Owalo as the CS for Information, Communications and Digital Economy.
Huyo karibu tuban.
Alituchomea mneti.
Huyu karibu alipeana location zetu.
Ba.
Huyu kwanza alituwekea what is it called, kitu tulikataa kwa finance bill, alituongezea taxes kwa communication. Ali-threaten a lot of media houses. We don't want you.
We're shutting down.
We'll shut you. Who's laughing now?
And then we have the famous Susan Nahumita.
Aende sana huyo.
Yeah, for health.
Kaya hata pesa kinyazi utatoa wapi sasa huyo?
okay.
I just want kids and I will go to them to watch the
What? Shwana is on a roll today.
Wacheka.
Ya kunyolewa.
Kwanza inani boy ti madaktari wamekuwa kilala nje for how many days because of this woman. She's like the worst aende sana.
Kanyanga.
Anguka na.
Anguka kienda teleze afanya vunjike. Let her go. Let her go, like go. Kwanza nilikuwa nataka faiwe. She was one of the people that I was routing for.
So listen to this docket and tell me kazi yake ni nini. Her name is Mercy Kiru Wanjau. And her docket she was the secretary to the cabinet.
Secretary to the cabinet.
She's a CS. Was CS's.
Wow. Just some nepotism bullshit.
Her docket was secretary to the cabinet.
Of secretaries.
It's not even making sense.
Secretary to the cabinet of cabinet secretaries. Kila mtu. Nimeitwa Mercy, anahurumia tu.
Nimeona mimi fulani mtu akisema ni Kuria alisema 28 June. Sema all civil servant children involved in the protest will be fired. Who's fired now?
Shwan is having too much fun.
Mimi nilimwambia mimi leo nacheka. I don't have mercy.
Mbona unacheka hivyo sana?
Kaende.
And then we have Njuguna Ndungu as the National Treasury and Planning Cabinet Secretary.
Yeah, alikuwa na plans.
What plans? Plans zako zimeenda.
Huyu hakuwa na plans. Plans zilikuwa tu wrong. Wrong plans.
I need money's tea.
The wrong plans there. Me, I'm so happy. It's planning. Ali plan nini kwanza? Kazi yake ya planning ni nini?
Yes, by the way. What are you planning?
Planning huko.
Ama nini? Ama alikuwa na plan hizi trips.
Wait.
I'm trying to figure out what is a job.
Wait.
I always wonder.
She said this man was planning trips. What? Okay.
Yeah.
So I want us to guess. Guess Murkomen's first name.
Caleb.
Zaki.
Zaki.
Matthew. John.
Peter.
Hey,
Too close to home.
Okay.
No, it's Onesimus.
Onesimus nani Kuria?
Onesimus Kipchumba Murkomen.
Akina kufilia.
Anafichanga tu hivi.
Murko.
Usijue.
Murko one.
Murko
One.
one.
Gaya yaki one. Umefutwa kazi one.
Nione.
One anaitwa Ones.
Ones. Umefutwa kazi Ones. Guy.
Guy Ones surely. Akimjafanya nani vizuri. Surely kuna watu najua
Sasa Ones ana kazi. Nitalipa aje rent. Ones.
Imagine
Ones. Mbona uchukui simu yangu Ones?
achukue nini Ones kadilitiwa saa hii. Aende sana kama hiyo kazi yake.
And then we had
Past tense, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Kipchumba Murkomen was the roads and transport CS. Yeah.
Yeye alikuwa roads.
Barabara.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to them.
Ulikula sana huko Mombasa Road.
Yeah. And then we had Aisha Jumwa
Huyu aende.
as the gender, culture, and the arts and heritage CS.
But Aisha Juma was there before, right?
Yes, you ndio alikuwa anatuakia UDA.
Hi. Na ule umanga.
Ana mango tu.
Bad girl.
Only different.
I know. But she's also a bad girl.
She's a baddie.
She's a bad
With a baddie.
Ndio nishusha wenyewe. Ndio nishusha wenyewe bad.
Yeye mwacheni tu hapo tumeonana. Huyu amesaidia watu sana. Amesaidia vijana, at least amesaidia Gen Z. Amesaidia Gen Z.
Wana to unite.
Unaona at least alikuwa na kazi. At least unaweza test kazi yake.
What?
Waende sana.
And then we had Aden Duale.
I am so happy he's gone.
Yeah, I'm happy that man is gone.
Very out. Aende sasa tuone akona mdomo wapi. Na mdomo.
Then Dwale amechukiwa for long.
Mdomo tu yani, and everything he
longest
says is
time.
so bad.
It's shitty.
Shitty. Like his shitty job. Well,
Okay. He was the CS for defense. Who's defending us now?
Ourselves.
Haitians.
No, Kiliki is
Asians.
Asians.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
Sasa na wenye tulituma huko tunarudisha sasa.
Si tunaweza jidefend. Tulikula tear gas mtu wangu.
Anything is possible.
Anything. We can defend ourselves right now.
And
What do you
then
mean?
we had Alice Wahome. Listen.
Alikuwa kazi.
She was the CS for lands, public works, housing, and urban development.
Kwanza huyu ndiye alileta ule house levy.
Ndio huyo.
Aende sana.
Kanyanga.
Why can't they go with all those there? Hizo nini zao zenye walileta?
Enda utafute sasa affordable house.
Who is homeless?
Waingie hizo nyumba. Hao ndo wanapoingia hizo.
Waingie hizo nyumba sasa walipe tax. Kwa zao ni za mali ya serikali hiyo.
Mali ya umma.
And then we had wait, what? Why did they call him honorable?
Why would we not know her for? Alifanya kazi.
Because we don't learn.
You know, like what he and this is the only one typed honorable. So,
Nani?
Honorable Dr. Alfred Mutua, EGH, Tourism and Wildlife. Why the titles?
Nakwambia right now we want to.
Why the titles though? What is he honorable about?
Huh?
He's a doctor of what?
Kai huyu amedance,
No. Maybe he's a doctor of PR. Yeah.
Doctorate.
But he stands for what?
Tourism.
Tourism and wildlife.
Ametua sana huyo. From women Ametua. Ametua.
Mutua.
Ametua for real.
Atatua akitafuta
Na
kazi.
unakumbuka venye yeye utuaga lakini
Atatafuta
remember during his breakup.
Ngojewa.
Cheke hiyo.
Alituanga.
Alikuwa tu all over.
We.
Umse alifanya bash.
Kitua.
Bash.
He's on fire.
She's on fire.
What?
Umse alifanya bash. Mnakumbuka hiyo bash?
Bana.
You guys don't have a picture of that party?
Ulikuwa?
Nimwambia tu vizuri.
Sasa
Kuna
tatua
bash.
sasa.
Nyota imetua.
Nyota.
Imepiga.
Lakini umse kwa gina nyota.
Si ndio imetua.
Anajaribu kila pahali Sanono.
And then we had Moses Kuria.
Aende sana. Hata
Is the-
nikusomee hiyo ya Moses Kuria alisema juzi.
as the public service, performance and delivery management.
Nafaa kuwa.
Wait,
Nafaa kuwa. Sikia.
unajua mse anakuanga online.
Hey, yo.
Kuria.
Korea.
Kuria.
Korea.
Yeah.
Moses Shire.
Wait, Ebu, what's his
Moses.
post again?
So, and that's the baffling part for me as
Si
well.
alishafliwa.
He is the CS4 public service, performance and delivery management.
Yes, alikuwa before he was
No,
for
He was
Lance.
delivering nothing.
No, but what does that docket mean? Because in my opinion, it
Make
should have
sure.
ended at public service.
He makes sure where inafanya supervise.
So na supervise nani exactly? Other
Salary yake.
CSs.
Salad.
Wana supervise salary.
Wait,
Kwa mse alisupervise vitu airport.
wait.
What?
Salary
Na
yake.
supervise bei ya mafuta.
But unajua the first
That
post
was
alikuwa
embarrassing.
Bye.
You remember?
Yeah, when he was actually defending prices
Go
za
to the
vitu.
supermarket right now.
And na wako supermarket.
Marcus.
Bro,
Ndio
like
alijichoma bado mkuu.
yeah.
Aende sana.
Hizi tembea hivyo sana.
Hizi
Habari alikuwa na shida.
sasa hiyo ndio unaona hata umse tulikuwa tunasema na supervise na anaenda je na hiyo bila.
Supervise hizo vitu zako bwana.
Wait. I won't watch his hand.
Wa baba waende tu
Listen,
wakaiwo.
what's in there?
What's in there?
Guy.
Fruit juice. Unakunywa tena?
Maji.
Kuamini. Wanashangaa hype inatoka wapi?
She's on fire. Jobi atachangamka.
Anapea. Wewe chukua.
Nimechukua.
Unapewa na
Unapia
matata.
pressure.
Manze.
Unapewa na pia pressure.
Shika kidogo. Mseme niliwanyima.
Ati
Usikunywe
kidogo.
yote.
Usikunywe yote. Inakaa mna condition.
Useme hadi ukupewa kabla. Roho mbaya.
Kamla tuseme.
Unaona? Nilipewa.
Mregeshe.
Afanye nini?
Mregeshe.
I knew there was something in there.
Yeah, guys.
Leo
God.
something.
Little something. But yeah. So
You man.
apart from the
Na ugali.
Ni ugali nimekula lunch.
so after Moses Kuria managed his way out of office, after he delivered himself home, the next one is Rebecca Miano.
Miana.
Wait,
Na kazo kopera.
she was the CS of investment, trade and industry.
Hapo nilikuwa Moses before. Yeah, and then it was reshuffled. That's what I wanted to tell you. Trade.
Alikuwa amekuria
Sasa
sana.
amejitrade saa hii.
Who's trading now?
Amejitrade saa hii.
We are trading you for what? For some
Tuocha.
Jichome tena.
vacancy, bro.
And then
What trade? Rebecca. Rebecca ametuongezea unga.
kazi zikaisha, Coca-Cola ikaacha kuexpand.
And then is she not in charge of parastatals?
She's in charge of investments, trade,
Yeah.
and industry.
And but that is it, right? The parastatal.
Literally, all
Exactly, exactly.
trade. Yeah, all trade.
Imagine.
All industry. And
Ametuuza.
all investments were going through this person.
Huyo ametuuza.
Amejiuza sahi. Hakuna mali atatuuza sahi.
Imagine this woman sold all
Nafaa
our
kumtumia pesa
privatization
shigana.
of our parastatals. She was in charge of that shit.
Yeah.
Tunachukua zote na utatupatia.
And then tulikuwa na Kiduri Kindiki pia.
Ah! My man.
Kindiki.
Ukicheka president hapo ufanye nyef
Atafanya
utashikwa.
Walai.
Terrorists.
Who's nyefing now?
Treat those people
Yeah,
like
who's
terrorists.
nyeffing
Who's nyefing now?
Yeah? Alisema treat those people
Like terrorists.
Who's the terrorist now?
Exactly.
Terrorist was kicked
Are
out.
you being terrorized by the economy now?
Terrorization ingine inamfanya hapa mbaya.
Lakini umsadi
Aya,
hata
kwende.
puberty ama.
Kwanza na
Like
ucho
his
yake.
voice never broke or something.
Walai.
You know, like at some point, mi wezi nitishia kama ugurumi kunishinda.
That height na sauti.
Hadi kichwa.
I think he was trained because ni mfupi. He has a short man
That height na
syndrome.
sauti bwana.
SMS.
He did have it. Sasa sahi enda to home.
Ndindi.
Wow.
Na wana security ya nyimwe. Ama anaenda na security mmoja nyimwe yake. Huyo asalimiwe. Huyo hata akitolewa leo atasalimiwa bado.
Ashatolewa leo.
Si ametolewa lakini salamu
Bado.
lazima. Kenya alitufanyia, we cannot forget
Great
it.
Kindiki.
We will not forget. This is the right time to use that.
So he was the CS of Interior and National
Alikuwa ananiboo
Administration.
huyo guy.
Hmm?
He used to piss me off. It was not good news with him.
What?
Ngongingo.
Kai, afadhali hata nani alikuwa better, the former one. The Kisii guy. What is his name?
Matiang'i.
Matiang'i.
Walai.
Ngongoni.
Wao kuronga. Ali
Gongoyo.
yeye anapenda wa mama.
Wow.
Money with the T. Yo. What else?
You guys didn't see him na wa mama huko ushago akiwapea masukari.
Allah. MP
And
wakati.
then,
He's sweet like
and
that.
then he's like he's
He's
telling
sweet on my
He's
mama.
telling people, he's telling wamama, msikubali watoto wenu watoke nje kwenda demonstration. Yeah, asalimiwe huyo.
Okay. Then we had Rosalinda Soipan Tuya.
Swaipa.
Soipan.
Pant.
Soipan.
Soipan. Kan. Oh,
Tuya.
ni Masai. Alikuwa in charge of
Environment and Forestry.
huyo hakuna Kenya alifanya, tumepanda
Kupanda tu
miti
miti.
zenye hazi make sense. Tunafunga tu siku zetu, we are stopping our
Tunapanda
whole
miti
nation.
zinakauka.
Miti tunapanda si hizo, anatupatia holidays za bure. Umbwa yeye. Aende sana. Na apewe hizo miti. Miti zote watu walipanda apewe.
Arudishiwe. Oye, Soipan. Reference package.
Na miti zake shuali na miti za umathe. Apewe mamiti akienda.
And then we had Zachariah Mwangi Njeru as the CS of Water, Sanitation and Irrigation.
Hey,
Ushaisikia mtu pali yoyote?
sanitation gani na hii siwareji yote.
Kwanza sahi CBD is worse than it's ever been.
Exactly.
Yeah, it stinks.
Nuka.
Manze, sanitation gani?
No, but hiyo mi na blame my dimples.
Wote pamoja.
Naelewa, like it is jurisdiction though.
Yeah.
My dimples manze. Hadi mabarabara dimples.
But at the end of the day, we're not even talking about Nairobi itself. If you're talking
Yeah.
about the whole nation, then
Yeah.
it's supposed to be blamed because a lot of places are dirty in Kenya. Hakuna sanitation. Watu wameshika hapa COVID za uongo. Sijatosha mkono mbona. Hizo zote hawanim.
Then there's this one. And tell me what docket this is. Her name was Penina Malonza. OGW.
OG.
W.
OG
OG winning.
Malonza.
OG winning. Makelele too.
Penina.
Her docket was East African Community. The ASALs, the ASALs and Regional Development.
hata tukufanya collabo.
What's this?
Hata collabo ya East Africa.
Hakuna.
Alifanya nini? At East Africa what?
She was the CS for East African Community. The assaults, of which I don't know what that is. If you can find out for me, I'll appreciate. ASAL. That's something to do with East Africa and regional development. So she was the one to make sure that the region develops. I haven't seen any development in the region.
She has developed
Herself. Her region.
The Kenyan's lands are classified as arid and semi-arid. Arid and semi-arid.
Lands.
That's
So
asal.
does arid and semi-arid lands, do those things need a
And they
docket?
didn't develop also. You know, let's also
Doesn't
look at
that
that.
environment, isn't that like hakuna overlapping
Sili kama
jurisdiction?
lands.
There's lands there.
Yeah.
Then she's the arid area lands.
Exactly.
Yes. And then you have whatever.
See, they were creating
Forests
Yeah.
and whatever's
And
And then there's
environment.
also land.
Hakuna lands ministry.
It's the same. It's the same. I think they were creating positions for these people.
Yep.
Because in the former government, it was just the normal ministries. I think they were 8 by then, and then now they started creating opportunity. And this was more salaries, man. Next time we'll let it to 4.
Yeah.
The ones we can deal with. 4 people
leave it at that.
accountable for, their positions, and that's it. Hii story ya kwenda kutafuta unauliza, and this is why there is no accountability, because you ask this person anakwambia no, that
Enda
is
kwa
not
yule.
mine, enda kwa ule treasury, because wako tu wengi and everybody is doing almost the same thing. It's crazy. Next, who is going on? Who's crying tonight?
No, that's the entire cabinet.
Okay.
But tunaona pia watu wazee wametoa reports leo wakijiita sisi kama Gen Z.
Wazee? Nimesema
It's
hivi.
on Nairobi Gossip. But
wazee ni nani? Sema majina.
no, it's a bunch of old people chanting Gen Z.
Yeah.
Sisi kama Gen Z tuna. But anyway, somebody asked this question: is there a way we can all vet these new CSs that are to be appointed? Can we set up a forum where any CS suggested we vet him as a cunt on Twitter? We go find out if you're corrupt, if anything, and we deny you right there. Can the country vet the next CS group of CSs? And what do you think should be the avenue we should use to vet the new CSs, Joby?
I feel like right now we should just wait till 2027. Just being honest.
We don't need a CS.
No, but we won't have government. The CSs are government.
So we need to appoint new ones.
Yeah, because
Can we
dockets.
just appoint ourselves?
So
Well, because at the end of the day, Kamlesh,
who'll sign?
see the
the
because at the end
documents?
of the day, people are the ones to decide who they want to rule. They always say we are democratic,
No,
right?
but we can't consolidate power to this man. Come on,
That's
run
what
something.
I'm saying. Listen, that's what I'm saying. He says we are democratic, right?
Yeah.
And the rule is for the people, by the people, right?
Yeah.
Now the people have the right to choose who they want in there. Why are we not being able to do that? Because if it is about him choosing the cabinet secretaries,
I feel like
then he's gonna choose his own people.
I agree with you, but that's a big task. I feel like
Is
needs, yeah, it is. You need to sit down because we as a nation, hata kama tunachagua who, that is the first question that comes in hand. Who,
Yeah.
you know, because we'll need, let's say, competitors, you know,
See what are the best leader.
and we'll need to pick out of the best that
Yeah.
we can
What
trust.
like Kazi?
Si ndo nasema it's not a job, ni venye tu akuje interview na si ndio tuwaone. Na
So
tudecide.
somebody
What
says what we need is a leaner, inexpensive, and effective government.
Yeah.
We don't need so many CSs.
We don't need.
We need to cut down on the dockets being issued to these politicians. And I feel like cabinet secretaries should not be politicians.
We should have land,
They
trade,
should.
tourism,
Immigration.
only for
Land,
tourism, trade,
mhm,
immigration.
defense, of course,
Na defense.
interior.
Na prezo. Hadi
wako
hao-
wengi.
hadi
What
hao-
about industry?
Si iko kwa development ama iko kwa what trade?
Yeah, it should be
Yeah.
actually added there.
Inafai kuenda trade. Why
Because
not?
for us to develop our industries, we need to
Right,
Trade.
exactly. You
Okay.
should
Yeah.
be there.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Yeah, why can't for nilisema tunaweza toa moja.
some of the some of the things I feel like that they are set separately, they should actually be combined to
Yeah.
avoid all these unnecessary salaries,
Yeah.
you know, or appointment of so many people in the government or in the system. I feel like some of the things should be
You
combined.
look more gangster now with that jacket.
I know, you know, that's
but,
why.
but you know Joby,
Mhm.
kitambo they were like that.
Mhm.
And then wakaanza sasa kuleta like a lot of positions.
Yeah, I
it was
know.
just because ukiangalia what we were saying a few minutes ago, kuna huyo land, kuna huyu, they all do the same thing. Why don't we just come with one that represent the whole, and then we reduce a bunch of it. We reduce them kabisa. 'Cause
So
it doesn't
also the
make sense.
PSs wameenda.
I feel like
Yes,
they are
yes.
enough for ikienda sana
Yeah,
So permanent
the
secretaries
maximum
as
time
well?
time ya Kibaki
Hey,
zilikuwa 8.
they
Eti
should
nani
change
ameenda
that
PSS?
PS, CSs,
They should change that P to T.
permanent,
Temporary.
temporary secretary.
permanent
PSS ni
domain.
kina nani?
PS, permanent secretaries.
Ah.
Yeah. So in a ministry, you have your cabinet secretary and then you have your permanent secretary.
Okay.
And then there are deputies and there are cronies.
Waende na madeputy. What?
Waende office yote.
I mean, if we are dissolving the whole thing, why are you not saying this? See, it's the whole, Ama.
So,
It's
so
the whole ministry. Now, if you, because I feel like these ministers, they are the ones that appoint their own people. That's
Yeah.
what I'm asking. In the county assembly, this is what I saw. Mtu akiingia, for example, a governor, anakujaga na watu wake.
yep,
Unaelewa?
Yep.
So as a cabinet secretary, I feel like because we are a very corrupt country,
yeah.
they used to come with their own people.
Yeah.
So for us to actually dissolve everything, we dissolve the whole ministry.
Yeah.
Huyo minister akikuja tunajua nani ndio nini wake. And then hizi jobs mingi zenye ziko hapa katikati, because I believe also if there is going to be a new cabinet secretary or the new CSS, then they're also supposed to be limited on who works in their offices. Because unapata, mimi nafanya ministry of he, wako kama watu 1 million. For what? Na salary ni ya nini wote? Unajua?
What's the point?
What's the point? Why don't we have just a few people and they're supposed even to be limited on who they're supposed to be employed in their offices? Because it's really a lot. Kama ministers wa county assembly ndo ni wengi hivyo. Sasa what about the ones for the country?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And the thing is, we have to make these people accountable for the dockets they run. But naona mtu hapa anasema ati hao ma CS na ma PS waanguke tu nayo hadi kwa Obina show, tusafishe hadi hizo wenye wamebakishwa huko. Like tell it all, anguka nayo. Kama ishaenda, go tell the truth. Go to Obina show, ama come here and tell us kuna tulikuwa tunaiba hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi. Like lay it all bare.
It was like this.
It was like this.
Yeah, like
and these were the orders you were given. Because no.
I've said that before. I've
Yeah.
said I feel like actually
Waanguke nayo.
if you come truly just
Yeah,
openly with
lay
the
it all.
facts to the people, watakupenda ama wakuchiki venye huko. The fact of the matter is that umekuja, you've come out with the truth, okay?
Yes.
I messed up, I accept I messed up, and I come out with the truth. This is
Yeah.
how I spend these funds. This is the same thing you've just said.
Yeah.
But it will take someone with the balls to do that, you know.
And most of them are growing tits.
They
The
are
fact
empty.
mtu wanaogopa kukua wa kwanza.
Yeah.
The first one will be crucified.
Of course.
But after that,
If you come as a whole, hakuna mtu ata. I feel like that actually makes people even support you more. And I feel like if you run to the people to rescue or help you, they're gonna do it.
Not really. We don't care. The
Yeah,
people.
but
The people.
yeah.
We are the most unforgiving.
Look, tuseme au ma CS wote venye wametolewa au ma PS wote
Wakutembelea.
na tuongeze ma MPs wenye bado pia wanasakwa juu ya kusema no.
Yeah.
You know, like mkuje mkama alafu
Sema
wote
yes. Sema no.
mkuje ni wenye walisema
Yes.
walisema yes.
Yes.
Like nini wote mkuje and you tell people the truth of the matter and who you're dealing with,
Yeah.
which is of course the bigger fish is the president.
But there was an MP that came out and said he was it citizen of KTN, and he used a very elaborate word to mean testicular areas. Well, yeah,
the one that was mishandled.
yeah. Alisema the government and the president has the parliament he 5 years by the balls. Na anazifinya akitaka.
What did people say?
I I can't remember, but nobody really even followed up.
No, but
Wow. And then says but very quick.
But,
Concerned.
but-
Who asked that question?
yeah, but it has always been on the open
Do you
air.
feel like he's doing it literally though?
Anatuma watu.
Oh.
Si
Wanafinya
watu walikuwa
finya.
abducted na
It's
walifinywa
remote
magwado.
Remotely
Eh.
na drone.
It's really bad, guys, because even the last finance bill,
Yeah.
you saw how he was threatening them.
Alifinya watu.
Na aliwaambia whoever doesn't vote for this. It was
Zinahoha.
it was how do you say it?
Zinahoha.
Evidence.
Zinahoha.
Exactly.
Zinahoha.
Evidence.
Unajua kuhoha.
Kai na wafilia. Kai. Okay.
But shout out to them. But yeah,
And
certain
good, man.
certain moves like these are what we hope will be the next positive change in
Do
this
you
country.
feel like you guys that's a solid start? I've
We-
seen somebody
what we are
saying
waiting to
that.
see is who gets appointed. Okay? Because
That's where it's at.
yeah, that's where it's at. If he appoints equally unqualified people, we go back to the streets. And the auditing should not be done by fellow politicians. Okay? Get Kenyans that are educated. If you're going for the environment docket, okay, get vetted by people who are professionals in that docket, in that area, in that field. If you're for tourism, get vetted by people who, so that you know what you need to do. Same to defense, same to everything. I don't feel like we should have. Duale ashai defend nini?
Yeah,
Hadi lose defense ya kuwa MP bado.
Man, I wonder how they actually make it, because there are people who have been in this government for a very long time. Like I've had him for a very long time, even as a kid. Because this guy, even from my paps, I'm like, what the hell is he still doing now? And he was even a cabinet secretary.
Yeah.
I feel like they hold a lot. They know a lot of stuff in the government,
Wait,
and that's why they're
didn't
always
Uhuru
there.
as well appoint Moody Awori to some docket? You know how old Moody Awori
Yeah,
is?
imagine.
And in the previous government,
He was the vice president.
Alimweka nini,
there was something that he had appointed Moody
As
Awori
an
for.
old guy.
That he's 100 plus. He doesn't. I think he doesn't even recognize nothing. And yet-
Uncle Moody alikuwa najua babake ndiye alimshow afanye hivyo.
Yeah. But somebody says one more maandamano and he will fire himself.
No, we still need but ni 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To go on.
We are sad. Mimi nilisema watu wako jobless. Watu wanaweza andamana 3 years. Itwa wanapewa tu form.
Yeah.
Watu leo tu form ya kukaa
Watu
home
wanapenda
na
sherehe
bo.
pia.
Alafu anaona sherehe zao ni asare.
Bana.
Na wengine pia wanapewa fare ya bure.
Maandamano hadi tunaona watu walimit mabeta halves
Nimeona man,
Huh?
amepika hadi
Na-
chapo.
Bana. You know, like
Tashi.
Taishe.
it's the look for me and the tie shit. You
Taishe.
know. But yeah,
Are you the one? I'm the one. Mkikimbia.
nimekupata.
Yeah.
Tumepatana.
Mwingine alikuwa anapika chapo zingine makona zote. Aliokota huko mbanda.
But as we come to the conclusion of the show, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wealth disparity is a very big problem in this continent, where we have the youth being the most affected by the wealth disparity. And it's something that has to be addressed urgently. What we've seen our president do today is kujaribu.
Yep.
What we want to see is who he appoints and the measures they take to undo the damage they did in the last 2 years.
Exactly.
Because that has to be undone. And then after, understand that if you make it to 2027, you don't even need to vie. You're not coming back. You don't need to defend your seat. You're not coming back. Okay?
Yes,
If
sir.
you wanna go, you must go. Don't come my
love
way.
Kenyans.
What did they
The
say?
memes have started.
So shout out to the meme masters.
I wanna add on that.
Ati madere wa MCS wanawauliza nikuweke Kenko mama.
Kenko mama.
Shingapi.
What's that Jay-Z and Kanye West song?
Which one?
Niggas not in.
Shingapi dadangu, shingapi.
Yeah.
Umetupita, lakini ni sawa.
See,
I know, that's right.
wallahi. You go Peter.
Kuna hiyo wimbo ya Jay-Z na Kanye West.
Niggas in Paris.
Unajua
hiyo ngoma.
You know the song.
Where are the Olympics being held?
In Paris and CSIM. So
Niggas not in Paris.
Wamefanya
I swear, you list of people who've been fired would have found a way to go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
But again, Kamlesh, in adding up on what you've said,
Yeah.
as they're going to choose people,
Yeah.
I'd actually advise
Yeah.
that let us remove all these old people.
Yeah.
Choose new fresh blood,
Yeah.
young blood, people who can work. I've seen other African countries. I don't know which one.
I feel like you should
The
add
three
young
of-
people with ethics.
With ethics, young
Yeah.
people with ethics who can work.
Yeah.
I've seen these countries and they've
And I
merged
disqualify
together.
myself from that list.
Which are these three countries that have merged together in Africa?
Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
They've merged together. They're one.
No,
Yeah.
they have an
built,
agreement. It's an
Alliance Sahel State, a military
alliance
whatever.
because they are all led by military.
And if
Yeah.
you see these people, they're very young.
Yeah.
Literally,
Traore.
unajua, exactly, very young people.
Yeah.
And see the changes they are making.
Yep.
We've been putting a lot of old people kwa hizi positions. So kungilia hao watu wako 40, 50s, 70s, some are even like 100 shara to Mudia Wari, you see, and stuff like that. We need to get these people out.
Yeah.
When we said we need a new system, let's even
Top
see
down.
people who have not even been in this system,
Yeah.
if possible.
And
Because
so that-
once somebody has been in this system,
Amanda.
anajua what the system is always corrupt. If we start naming people like CG who there, aki msikuwe surprised wakita watu wazimio wenye walikosa kazi.
And the thing
Wenye
is,
waliangu, I swear.
and the thing is,
Because now they're real friends.
yeah, and if you've seen news today, the president of Liberia has taken a 40% wage cut on
Only
his
salary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unaona, we need people who can actually talk.
40%.
Make a change. Imagine. That is close to a
His salary
million.
was
Juko jobless.
13 million.
$13,800.
Dollars,
We cut
exactly.
it to 8,000.
Imagine.
Hey, Kenya lipo sijui $50,000 per month bwana.
Imagine.
But if you want to be rich, be a politician in Kenya.
In Kenya, man.
Yeah.
In this life.
And to do nothing.
Yeah, but Joby, your closing remarks as we...
Well, like you said, this is still nothing.
Yeah.
Just because you've dissolved a number of people, it doesn't mean that we're not watching you or we're satisfied. You've still not met a bunch of our needs.
Yeah.
We have poor infrastructures, incomplete projects, incomplete bridges.
Yeah, sir.
We still have no traces of our funds, how much debt we have as a country, and how we're supposed to pay this back. We need answers, and we're looking forward again to see the cabinet secretaries you're gonna appoint. And shout out to Kenyans. Literally, generally, I don't want to say Gen Zs or anyone to be any type of generation to be specific.
Yeah, Kenyans.
I believe that right now everyone is involved.
Yep.
Our parents, even those who are at home, have seen this, especially after the death of so many innocent souls who are just
Their
demonstrating, for
Yeah.
their rights and the rights of their parents. They have lost their lives. So shout out to Kenyans for all the effort you're putting. You know, even. Hata ukimake a comment to if your comment bado inaweza make change, you know. Participate in one way or another the way you can. If you're online, if you can be there physically to demonstrate, we are proud of you.
Pulo.
So I'm proud of my people, and Ruto, you must go either way. You must go.
Yeah. In conclusion, of course, nimeshasema kila kitu. Let's just hope, wait and see that there's gonna be change. This is just a start. Because number one, there's a lot conversations that Ruto had with people, and people were telling him what to do, right?
Yeah.
You've done one. We still have a long
There's a
list, and we're not
Yeah.
stopping till we get what we want.
Yeah.
And the enemy is one. At the end of the day, the road leads us to where?
Kana.
To go. Period.
Yes.
Yeah,
You shall go back.
tutafanya hizi zote, but njia ni ngapi?
Ni hadi sugoi.
Moja. Period. Yeah.
Tutamnunulia makuku pia.
Hakuna mwenye namna kona meiba mingi. Akuluko kwake.
No.
Mingi.
Yeah.
Nope.
Kwanza waende na shali.
Give us the chickens. You give us chickens.
You give us our chicken back.
Or we turn you to the chicken.
Hey, yo. My closing remarks would be, let's not get too excited about this move. We might think that it's, because I've seen Millicent Omanga tweet at bigging up Kenyans and saying, you see, the president always listens.
No.
Let's not fall under that trap of thinking that he's actually listening to us.
Yeah.
And actually believe that there's something beyond the veil.
Yeah.
And let's not stop, man.
Yeah.
Thursday, bado siku ni ile ile.
Yeah.
Mtindo ni ule ule.
Okay.
VIVA.
Yeah.
Johnny is where?
Let me ask you a question. What do you think is the worst song that can come on like kwa radio when Alfred Mutua is listening?
Nikunja.
Tuweke hiyo. Huyu haezi karanga chochote sahi.
Imagine.
Hela.
Alfred Mutua just realized that this man is responsible for taking his wife
Eka hela.
and his career.
Hela.
Nikonja.
Hapana. Walieka trust kwa hela.
Chotu mcheze ngoma ya Juliani.
Imuume
Sini kwani
sana.
ni Juliani?
Huyu akufe nayo.
Tunataka utawala. Inaitwa utawala.
Akufa juu. Ina mwenye na
Leo uko kwa kiti
unajidai.
Hey, mjango amekula royalties mbaya. Shout out to Juliani, man. We.
Akikula bibi ya mtu.
Hey, yo.
vile inafaa.
Akikula royalties.
Siri ni kukua rapa. Usani ndo siri. Usani.
Na kuwanyang'anya.
Usanii na uchukue.
Usani ndo siri. Nikufahamu. Utawateka.
But ladies and gentlemen, that has been our show. Achana Rashmani and Shanza Tupac. That has been our show, The Black Kings Frequency, on the Black of Fire Network.
Media of the 21st century.
And you
Tuesday and Thursday.
exactly
Much love.
from
3
2
to 6.
okay
5.
5 p.m.
In fact, nakoga 4 to 6.
4 to 6.
All day a day.
But yeah, it is exactly 6 o'clock, and we hope that you have an amazing evening. And from me to you, all the viewers of this show, I'll see you next week, man. Have a wonderful weekend. Anguka nayo.
Wale kabisa
That was their last photo. There's a cabinet.